Greetings, welcome to this tutorial on how to create playlists in YouTube. We're going to get started with Google Chrome. I've already logged into Google, and you can do that up in the upper right hand corner. I'm going to click on the Google app waffle here, and I'm going to scroll down to YouTube. And there's a lot of stuff on YouTube, and sometimes there's just a lot of junk. And for your classroom, creating a playlist is probably one of the best options you can have to get to content that you want to use readily. And so here we're going to type in a search, and let's say I'm a middle school health teacher and I want to look up teen nutrition. Now I get a list of items in here that cover all sorts of topics ranging in teen nutrition. And here, one of the first things I have is a playlist, and it has 5 videos in that playlist. And if you've ever worked on an iPod or some kind of MP3 player, you can create playlists of music according to genre, artist, you name it, just favorites in general. Same thing with videos. And so the great thing about this is, let's say I find something that's really, really good, and here I get to myplate.gov. So choose myplate.gov. I'm going to put that on pause. Don't need to watch that all the way through. Let's say I've watched it all the way through. Great video. I absolutely love it. Totally pertinent to the content that I want to cover in my curriculum. And it's the right time length here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this to a playlist. Now I've already created one called Middle School Nutrition, so not fair to those who don't know how to create one, but right below we click on that and I type in whatever you want for a playlist. You can make this public, unlisted, or private. Now if you just want it confined to your own classroom or whatever, you can make it unlisted to where it's accessible but not everyone can just search for it and find it. So the other thing is private, to where this can only be shared out with certain individuals that you invite to. So only those people have access to that content. That's great. So if you have like a classroom video that you made and you only want like your students to be able to see it, or just you be able to see it, you can make that private. And you can use that for your own instruction. So I'm going to click on public here because this video is already in the public. And I would hit create, and it would add that video to that playlist. So I'm going to actually click on the middle school nutrition since that's pertinent to what we're doing here, and that's it. So I'm going to go back in my library. So up in my little list here, I've got library. I click on middle school nutrition, and I already have 2 videos. I added a video already to this in getting ready for this video. I can share this playlist out, and I can also have different settings to here. So with this, I can auto add videos, and you can create rules for this. I'm not going to get too much into that. Let's say I'm on a team and I have other people on my middle school health team, and I can add collaborators to this. Invite people to this by getting a link. I simply highlight this, I copy it, and I'm going to email this to my colleagues. They open this up and they can start adding to my playlist. So a great tool to vet for a whole team. So hey, I found something that's really cool, and your colleague might have found something even better that fits topically better than what you found. Then let's use that, and then you can get rid of that video. So ordering, you can do most popular, date added, date published. So probably go with a manual one. You could do it by timeline. So like throughout your year, you can say, well, the first video is going to be at the beginning of the year. The second video is week 2 or whatever works for you. And so I'm going to save these settings. And if you want to share this out with your class, if you're using Google Classroom, here's the share button. You can embed this or email it out. And so a lot of options that you have here. If you have any further questions, feel free to contact me, and hope you liked watching. And if you did, please subscribe to the channel for more content to come. Thanks.